Hello, welcome to another edition of the Plus One interview, and today we are joined by Belmont High girls varsity basketball coach, Ms. Shantell Jeter. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful, Mukala. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on. You know, you're getting ready for the state tournament game this Friday against Newton North, which is one of the most anticipated games of the week, actually. How excited are you for your girls for this opportunity?
Super excited, actually. It's been a few weeks since we've played. We did not schedule any scrimmages, which we planned on it initially, but we've had bad experiences with that in the last couple of years of folks getting injured during those scrimmages. So we just decided to turn it up at practice over the last couple of weeks instead.
Definitely. What's kind of like the what's the energy with the girls? How are they feeling? Like, what's kind of their mood? Are they antsy for the game and can't wait for it to just get here?
So we have 8 seniors. So we have 8 girls who this is their last go at a state tournament run. So I think the girls are very excited. Again, we haven't played in a while, so we are all very excited to get out there on Friday, and we get to host, which makes it even that much more exciting.
Right. Overall, you know, when you just take a look back at the regular season, you did have some good non-conference scheduled games. You went out and played a lot of good teams. But what did you learn about your girls this season that's kind of got you ready for this state tournament run?
So one thing that I've noticed recently and talked to folks about is this is a totally different team than we had at the start of the season. I know you saw us at the Cambridge tournament when we played against Brookline and the Cambridge team. This is a totally different group of girls. I think the last few weeks as a unit, we've all turned it up. I think they've been listening to us more, which has been super helpful, and trusting each other and looking for each other more, which has been making just the level of play so much better.
And you know, as you said, I was at the game in Cambridge, those games in Cambridge, and also I was at the Cathedral game, where they had moments where they didn't play their best, but they also had moments where they showed what type of team they are, but it just wasn't all put together for a full game, for a full 4 quarters. So how were they? What were the learning lessons they took from those games that's helped them to be able to put together 4 full quarters of basketball?
I think so. We're part of the Middlesex League, which has a history of being a pretty competitive league. And I think this year there were a lot of curveballs in the league, a lot of different folks beating other teams that you may not have expected to go down like that. And as you mentioned, we had a few additional games. So in addition to Brookline and Cambridge, we played Andover and Cathedral. So I feel like we gave our team a lot of different looks this season, different types of teams to play. Cathedral is a very different team. They have bigs, they have smalls, they play fast, they play big. Andover, I think, was a pretty good matchup. And again, Brookline and Cambridge, all very different teams. So I think just exposing them to different types of teams is going to have them more prepared going into the tournament.
Definitely. You said you have 8 seniors, but you also have a very, very talented freshman who's shown poise of how good she can be. Just for her, this is a stepping stone for her as well, because next year she's going to do a little bit more with the graduations of the seniors. How excited are you for her, for the folks that have not seen her play, to get a chance to see just how good she is?
So you were referring to our only freshman on the team, Sarah Geller. She's had a great season so far. We really love having her. She has a great work ethic. She's brought it to every single practice and every single game. And I feel like her level of just hard work and effort has forced the rest of the team to step up. And I think that's huge coming from a freshman. I think a lot of freshmen come in and they take a back seat. She comes in every day ready to work.
Yeah, definitely. What's kind of like for you as a head coach? You've been in this situation as a player. But from your days as playing, what was kind of some of your memories that you still hold from your time playing, and what are some of the things that you experienced as a player that's going to help you as a coach to get them ready to make this run?
I think one thing that I'm super lucky to have with my team as a coach is these young ladies all love each other and they care about each other. They spend a lot of time together outside of practice, outside of games. They host team dinners. I've even had them over at my place this season and last season, and they really love coming over. But I think just those relationships are super important. I got into coaching because I think it's important to have women representation in sport. And I want to continue to encourage more women to join me in coaching and officiating. I think these young women need to see more ladies that look like them and just more women in the space. But I think those relationships and just the closeness that my team has come together with over the last couple of weeks is going to really help us in the game on Friday.
Right, and you've gotten enough time to scout this Newton North team. What are some challenges that they bring for your team?
So Newton North actually has a young woman named Devon Burke, if I'm not mistaken. She's actually going to Babson to play volleyball and basketball. Super athlete. She can jump. She's very fast. She's trying to get through the lane. She's trying to get to the bucket. So we're definitely preparing for her. Lucky for us, I like to say we're a small team, but we have a few people who have size. I always played the 4 and the 5 at 5'9", 5'8.5", and my two biggest players are about my size. So they do what they have to do in that space. But we also use them in other areas, but we're definitely preparing for her. The rest of the Newton North team is pretty small. We know it's going to be a battle nonetheless.
Right. And also, for folks that don't know the time, please let them know the time of this game and the date and time.
So we are playing at Belmont High School, 6:30 this Friday against Newton North. It's very confusing when you come to Belmont High School. You want to drive around the building to the middle school and come in through the back side of the field house.
And then lastly, you got to get to practice, but can you just tell them about all the other stuff you got going on? You Go Girl, the clinics that you run, all the things that you're doing in the Boston area surrounding with the young women, getting them involved in the game of basketball.
So again, Shantell Jeter, I grew up in Boston. I went to Boston Public Schools. I work for Boston Public Schools currently in the Division of Student Support. We oversee the athletic department and we do a lot of programs with them. One of the programs is my basketball camp, which is called You Got It Girl. We will be launching information very soon for that. We see young ladies ages 6 to 16. We teach them basketball skills, social, emotional skills. We're going to add a couple of different elements this year. We had focus groups. We had mindfulness resilience training for the girls as well. So we just want to create a space for them to gain skills that they can take with them outside of sport. My Instagram is at Coach Shantell. I post a lot of opportunities there for young people. I'm happy to connect with anyone, especially women who are interested in getting into coaching and young women and girls who have any questions for me ever.
And then you also got them doing yoga on Saturdays.
So we know that's Sunday. Oh, yeah. So I have a friend. Her name is Ruth Gonzalez. Her brand is Fierce Flex Wellness. She's actually joined us this season, and she comes and she works with my girls. She actually does assisted stretching as well. So she stretches the girls too. And we've been doing yoga, which I think has helped us tremendously. Last year, we had a lot of ankle injuries toward the end of the season. We added band workouts. I think the yoga and the stretching has really helped our girls to stay healthy.
All right, Coach. I really appreciate you taking the time before practice to chat with me. Good luck Friday, and I will see you soon.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one.
That's one interview with Coach Shantell Jeter. I'm Kyle Kabongo. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.